And just like that, it's over. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video is going to be my review of the last episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, episode 151, the conclusion of Udius versus Otisu, or Otis. And I gotta be honest with you guys, this episode, while it had some relatively big expectations, I think it did okay handling it. I was not the biggest fan of how Go Rush concluded, to be honest with you. But I think given the hand that it had, that this was probably the best outcome we were going to get. That said, the episode did surprise me in that regard. But I'm rambling, and we'll talk about that soon enough. And I also want to just give my thoughts on Go Rush. So anyway, Reader's Digest version of the episode is the rush duel between Udius and Otisu, or Otis, is continuing on the moon, and thanks to some help from Yuhi and Uemu, right at the very end, when Udius is on the back foot, they managed to create their fusion, I guess you would call it, their friendship fusion, and this thing actually manages to just steamroll Otis, and Otis is defeated, and that's pretty much the conclusion of the Rush duel. And then, of course, we have the heartfelt goodbyes where everything touches up. The one nice thing that I will say about this episode that I was not expecting them to do was to jump forward to the Sevens timeline, where we got confirmation that it really was Yuga that managed to make it home at the end of Sevens, and he's back with his friends. He seems to be adjusting and fitting in, and we also got relatively satisfying conclusions for everybody else. Pretty much all of our friends, so to speak, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush end up working for UTS, which I think was kind of funny. Uemu, leave it to her to go, hey, free labor, I can even make my kids work here. And so I did find that amusing. I'm not going to lie. I did chuckle about that when the dark matter duelists, Uemu's children, essentially end up working at UTS. That was kind of a happy chuckle moment for me. Like I said, I was not expecting them to do the Seven stuff. But that being said, they did do it, and they did tie up some loose ends so that we got somewhat of a satisfying conclusion. As I said in the intro, I was not the biggest fan of this finale. I don't think that it was quite as bad as Yu-Gi-Oh! R5 territory as far as the conclusion goes, but which, I'll be honest with you, last week that was kind of what I was expecting. But it managed to surprise me and save itself a little bit, and I appreciate that. Overall, I give the conclusion a 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Finale we've ever had, but it wasn't the worst either. So I really don't have anything bad to say about it in that regard. And then, as far as the series itself, I do want to say the series itself, overall, I did enjoy it. There were some moments where I was completely lost, and it was kind of a crapshoot on whether it was going to be good or not. But overall, the vast majority of the series I did enjoy. It didn't quite have as much WTF filler as Sevens did, so in that regard, I would say Go Rush was just a tiny bit better, but I did like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush characters more than I did in Sevens, to be honest with you, because Sevens there was only like 2 or 3 characters. That said, I'm still annoyed with how they made Otis out to be. He's just kind of like that annoying uncle that just refuses to go away. Don't get me wrong, I loved him in Sevens. He was one of my favorite characters, but Go Rush kind of ruined him for me, so there is that. So far, as far as the series goes, and again, I'm probably going to end up rewatching it, but I would comfortably give Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush and Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens combined, because one is a prequel, one is the continuation. Combined, I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I'd definitely say that Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush was better than Sevens, but you kind of have to combine the two to get the whole overarching story. But all that said, it's finally over. Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush just finished. Probably going to need to end up rewatching it for opinions to set in, but that's where I'm leaving it for now. yeah, and now we're kind of in a Yu-Gi-Oh anime drought because we're essentially getting the remaster of Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and that's about it, and Yu-Gi-Oh Chronicles. But like I said in a previous video, I don't plan on covering those in depth because there's really nothing to discuss. But yeah, if a new Yu-Gi-Oh anime comes out, we'll see. But for right now, this is pretty much going to be it for Yu-Gi-Oh content on the channel unless something interesting comes up, which is kind of unfortunate. But like I said, I'm still a fan, and I will still keep in touch with all things Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But anyway, those are just my thoughts, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What were your thoughts on the finale of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush? What were your thoughts on the series as a whole? Just let me know in the comment section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. Alright everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day everybody. I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye everybody.